What's going on, guys? Neo here, and welcome to Behind the Redstone with Kian. What are you doing? I look over and he's squatting and shifting his butt at me. Okay. So yeah, as you could probably tell, we're in whatever the Smurf village is called. I've seen a little bit of one of the Smurf movies, so I know a little bit about it. Enough to know that guy if there's Gargamel. I'm gonna get so many people upset who actually know what these things are. Yeah, and that's Papa Smurf. Yeah. So the game was pretty simple, as you guys remember. I'm sure you're coming here from the video. They just basically ran around the town, leashed Smurfs, and just dragged them to pens. And that's about it. Oh, and also they had guns. They had guns and leads. So yeah, that's the game in a nutshell. All right, so the redstone was actually squished underneath the map. It was stuffed down here. You know, out of luck for a better place to put it. So, pretty simple concept here. The game itself, it's a usual. We have our time clock as usual, but let me start with the beginning. So, first off, of course, I'll get to that in a bit. I tracked if they died, they got a penalty. So, I actually had to reset their scores since they always die before they get here. So, I reset their scores and died. So, I had two teams. One was called Blue and one was called Track. Track does exactly what it sounds like. I use this objective to store values onto the player on the team Track. That way I can test for that team member having the scores. And then, of course, after that, I would do this, which sets the dummy to 240 and the person on team Track to 240, which would then allow all the stuff to work. So we have a simple 1 second timer here. It's two, I've gotten comments asking how this works. It's two fully tick back repeaters and then one that's one tick back. This is the rough equivalent of 20 ticks, which is 1 second in Minecraft. Of course, it cycles, it's time. It's basically synced up to a system that would remove time, as shown. It will remove it from the dummy objective for display purposes, and it removes it from the actual time, which is the actual objective that's being used to test stuff, because you can't test for a score on a dummy player, thanks to Minecraft's logic. So, I also had a lever here. I had a failsafe built in, so it would clear this, so I had a lever here. The lever would push it out, time would go down, you know. And then I had it fill to air later so that it would unpush and it would stop. So this system, these are simple. This is the actual just straight up, if the time is 30 seconds left, say 30 seconds left. If the time is found to be 60 seconds left, say 1 minute left. If the time is found to be 2 minutes left, which is 120 seconds, it's 2 minutes left. I don't know where that sentence was going. I added another one on later. This is the actual here. I'm testing for his time at -1, not 0, at -1. That way I don't mess it up on accident. And then of course tell time's up, and then I set the block over here by that to air, and I also set the time score on the dummy objective called time. I set the score back to 0 so it wouldn't show an ugly -1. If you guys saw it, it did go -1 for a second. We have our 3, 2, 1 countdown here. Pretty simple. Pretty simple. Go. Here, I'll explain this in a second, but these are the actual spawning the Smurfs. All I really did here, thank you to Kian for helping me figure this out too, because I was completely out of ideas. I typed this in with a capital W and it wouldn't take it. It was case sensitive. So basically, this is just the default Minecraft summon command. We slapped in Witchery Goblin, which is how the mod reads the summon command here. And then the coordinates, of course. We picked 6 coordinates around the map, and I alternated between spawning them. So, of course, let me go over here next. We have one more. We have a 3-minute timer here for 3 minutes left. I had to kind of recycle this one. We have a saturation, of course, because usually they don't like to stop and eat food while they're playing the game. Now, here is the interesting part. So, if they died during the game, they were sent to a place up in the Smurf's head, as you guys saw. What I was doing was, I'm testing for the team Track, which is Sunday, having a score of die of 1, which means they died once. The score automatically increments because the objective is death count. So now I actually measured out 10 seconds here in repeaters. This is a very unpractical way to do it. In later versions, you wouldn't do this. And then, of course, you teleport the player out of the head to the houses, and I set their score back to 0 so they can test again for the next death. Ditto, exact same thing for Craner here. Same exact thing here with Craner. Blue, if they died, send them to the place, teleport them to the blue house at the end there, same exact deal there. This is the last system here, and this is probably the meat of it. So we have a 20-second counter here. This is a design I actually, like, I never used this design, but I got this off of a Canon video because this is a very simplified tick system. I had not thought of this. Like, this is a system that is very simple, but it can be easily expanded into a much more clean-looking system. This looks cleaner than that, I must say right now. So the idea is, this system takes 20 seconds to go around here. The first time it comes around, the torch will be on. As you can see here, when it comes back around, the torch will be off. So it's essentially a delayed turning the torch on and off. So I, of course, have set up an invert here. So when this is on, this will flip the outputs of the two. As you can see, I don't know why I'm waving my finger at the screen. So when, you know, power it, unpower it, yeah. So, and it does exactly what it sounds like. I grabbed 3 of the coordinates that were spread out, and I put them here. I put 3 of them here, and then 3 of them here. So every 20 seconds, in 3 locations, 3 more spawn. And then the other 20 seconds, the next 20 seconds, 3 more spawn in 3 new locations. This was to keep it so there wasn't too many spawning. And all in all, like, this is just a simplified way of doing it. In earlier testing, we ended up using a 10-second counter. And it got to the point where the server was beginning to buckle a little bit under the, like, 100 goblins that were appearing everywhere. So, yeah, that didn't work too well. Alright, what is it this time? I already see it. Okay, alright. You know, all in all, these things are really obnoxious and loud, so I wouldn't be upset if you blow them up. Sorry, Smurfs, but soul sand equals life, redstone is neat too. Yay! I'll let you blow them up. I don't have any content for you blowing up Smurfs, because they're so loud and annoying. Do it. Do you blow up stuff? Wait, did you name the... You named the key. You named the... Oh, that's so cool. That's so well done. Anyway, guys, that was this Behind the Redstone. Hopefully you guys enjoyed. And if you guys have, be sure to hit that like button down below and subscribe for more content. I upload other stuff too. I'm talking to the 1,000 of you who don't watch my other stuff. I upload other stuff too. Be sure to watch those videos and subscribe to Kian for helping out too. He's being silly down there with his wither true form. And yeah, guys, I'll see you guys in the next video. Bye!